As you know, both the request and the response have different parts, different components. Now, apart from using a console log statement to understand, for example, what has came back from an API, there's also another way, a bit of a different way. So let me show you. First of all, let's go ahead and remove this console log from here because it's just gonna add a lot of information to the report that we're getting back. All right, so the key here is to use the exact same command. So I'm gonna clear the screen and we're gonna use a flag. Essentially, we're gonna modify a bit the K6 run command and we're gonna add a debug flag for HTTP. So I'm gonna write here -- HTTP -debug. And then it's gonna be the name of the file that we're trying to run. So let's see how this looks like. So now you can see a bit better organized. We're gonna see here information about the request. And here further down information about the response. So what are we seeing here? For example, we're seeing that we are using this particular endpoint and that our base URL, our host is testapi.k6.io. Okay. Apart from this, there's also some additional headers that we have sent with the request. And this is something that is happening automatically with K6. And the same here in the response, we're going to get status code. So the status will be 200 OK, meaning we are getting now a response. And we're getting here a bunch of headers that are coming from the response. Now, previously we have looked in Postman and we have seen that JSON. Where is that here? Well, with this simple flag that we have used, the bodies are hidden by default because typically bodies, they contain a lot of information. Maybe we don't necessarily want to see them immediately. So there's something that we need to do in order to modify the command that we have. So I'm going to bring back the previous command that we have executed. And we're going to write here equal sign. And between quotes, we're going to use here full. So this is the command that we need to run. So -- HTTP -debug and equal full between quotes. Let's take a second look at this. And now we're still getting back the request. In the request, we are not sending anybody, so it doesn't show up. Makes sense. And then here we're going to see the response. We're going to see first all the headers. And then what we're going to see here, this is the response body. Now, it's still not so easy to read compared to, for example, Postman, but it still helps us understand what we have sent and what we are getting back, and if what we are getting back looks pretty similar to what we expect. So this is how you can debug HTTP requests and responses directly from K6 without going to a third-party tool. It is super important that when you're sending requests and you're getting a response, that you understand at a technical level what is happening. And if something doesn't work, to better understand what could be the root cause of that.